On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On SEC, your daily podcast on the Southeastern Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And this guy, the size of two players out here. Jordan Davis, big senior D lineman, sitting down with us. Jordan, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
Good to catch up with you, man. It's exciting to have you back. It's exciting to see what Georgia is going to do this year. But let's start there, man. Your decision to come back and play another year for Georgia. Did you feel like you had some unfinished business?
Definitely. And, that's why we kept saying that, unfinished business. We had goals that we wanted to reach that we quite fell short. But, we feel like this year that we can right our wrongs and hopefully get to the promised land.
You guys, you had the early season struggles, I guess, obviously the quarterback trying to figure out what's going on, and Stetson did the best he could do. But once JT took over, man, it really just looked like things started to click. Everybody started gelling, and, man, it just really – you guys started to gain this momentum, and it just seems like, man, if we just could have had JT healthy earlier in the year, man, we really could have – it could have been special last year, but that momentum feels like it kind of carries over to this year for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we can't speak on the past. The past is the past. But looking forward, you got a good offense. We got a great offense, actually. And, they're doing the best they can. And, it's amazing to see what they can do.
Who's the toughest running back to bring down at practice?
Ooh, I'll say all of them are different.
Okay.
Zamir is one that's going to run you over. James and Kenny, they probably outrun you.
Yeah.
Kenny, you probably outshift you. Dejan's shifty. It's just all of them. Kendall's big, man. Kendall's massive. So it's kind of like they all have their own each aspect, and you can't really say for sure, but all of them are great.
I mean, let's be real. When Georgia's at its best, and look, you got to have a good quarterback play. You got to complete passes, but it feels like when Georgia's at its best, it's when y'all are able to establish that run and get that ground game going, right?
Definitely.
What do you like most about this defense? You lose a good bit of pieces, but you bring back a lot. Kobe Dean, Nolan Smith. Talk about some of these guys on the defense that you think are going to be set for big years.
Yeah, honestly, I think all of them. We got players like Kobe, Nolan that you mentioned, but also like Adam and Channing and Quay. All those players. Especially, I'm more focused on the front seven, but we got great DBs, we got great transfers, but it's just everything is just falling into place, and it's really exciting to see these people and see these players come together. And, although we have a different team, it kind of feels the same. It's the same vibe. It's the same feeling.
What do you like most about being that big interior D lineman? I mean, I guess it kind of starts with you at the point of attack, kind of getting off and getting after that offensive line and kind of setting the tone, right?
Yeah. My main priority is just make sure the linebacker's free. That's my main priority. And, whatever plays that come to me, I make them. But it's just it's more of a pride thing for me. I want to make sure that the linebackers are having great games and make sure the linebackers are able to make the plays that they need to. And so it's something that I carry with a really, really high aspirations, a high pride. I'm very prideful about that. And, it's just want to make sure that I can do whatever I can to make sure the team gets better.
Kirby, pretty good defensive mind. When you see him at work and kind of working on some of these things and drawing up some defensive schemes and blitzes and stuff, do you ever take a step back and go, man, this guy knows his stuff?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Almost every day. Like I was telling somebody else today, I was like, Kirby would be at practice teaching us D-line drills. And I'm like, Coach Smart, like, you're not a D lineman. You played DB in college. You work with the DBs, but Kirby knows the game so much, and it's just crazy to see because if you could just pick his brain, like, it's a lot of knowledge in there, a lot of knowledge. And he knows what he's talking about, and that's why when Coach Smart makes a decision, I'm all for it. So
you guys were already really good offensively and defensively, but you had a couple transfers. Eric Gilbert coming over, formerly tight end. They're going to move him to wide receiver, and Tyke Smith, the DB. Just talk about being able to add a couple of stud guys like that to an already good team.
Right. We had great additions, and honestly, just the fact that they come in and they're already acclimated and they're already veterans like Tyke and DK, and, they're vets in their own respective programs that they came from, but they seem like vets here because they feel like they've been here for a season or longer. So it's just good to have experience transfers, and it's just good to have them because they're good players.
Yeah. Well, let's talk just a little bit about the schedule. Obviously, you guys get Clemson right out of the gates, and it's a big game, and it's a game that people want to see, right? I mean, it's a game that people miss seeing. Let's talk about the excitement of opening with a game like that. I mean, it's different from opening at home with a team that you know you can go take care of business, but this is like a good little metric to kind of see where you guys are this year, right?
Yeah, definitely. We try to just treat every game as the same, but the buzz around Clemson and the buzz about playing in my hometown, Charlotte, is just amazing. It just grateful to have the opportunity to show what we can do early in the season. And, we try to go 1-0 every week, and, Clemson happens to be the first one that we go against.
I know you only had the 1.5 sacks last year. You're going to top that this year? I know you're not a big sack guy, but you got to get that one up, right?
Yeah, I got to. I've been working on pass rush, so hopefully I can showcase that.
All right, they list you at 340. What are you at right now?
340.
340? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's accurate. You look every bit of 340, and I would not want to go up against you in the trenches.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Davis, thanks for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Jordan Davis, Georgia Bulldog defensive lineman.